In November 2010, a group of men entered a home in Markham, Canada, where they shot and killed a woman, Bik Ha Pan, and also shot her husband, Huey Han Pan, in the head and shoulder. Fortunately, he survived the injuries and fell into a coma for 3 days. Their daughter, Jennifer Pan, who was also held hostage that night, would soon after call the police and explain to them what transpired that night. During the course of the investigation, they would realize that not only did her story not make any sense, but they would also discover a series of incriminating text messages on Jennifer's phone. Buckle up, people. This is one crazy case file we're about to uncover. Born on June 17, 1986, to parents Huey Han Pan and Bik Ha Pan, who migrated from Vietnam to Canada. Her parents had set many goals and aspirations for both her and her brother Felix. Jennifer was made to take piano lessons at the age of 4 from Fernando Baldacini, and as well as figure skating classes, where she trained most days during the week. She had hopes of becoming an Olympic figure skating champion until she tore a ligament in her knee. Jennifer attended Mary Ward Catholic Secondary School, where she played the flute in the school band. In the Pan family, discipline was everything to them, and everything else was just a distraction. They never permitted her to date while attending high school or to attend high school dances out of fear that these activities would distract her from her academic commitments. The Pans would also pick Jennifer up when classes ended each day and monitored her extracurricular activities very closely. Now, a lot of people, including Jennifer and some of her friends, reportedly regarded this upbringing as restrictive and greatly oppressive. These pressures would eventually take a toll on Jennifer mentally, as her grades were starting to decline in high school. During all this time, she started forging her report cards and started deceiving her parents into thinking that she was earning straight A's in all her classes. She later got accepted in Ryerson University, but then it was later revealed that she actually failed her calculus exams in 12th grade, and the university said that she couldn't go there anymore. She could not bear to be perceived as a failure. She began to lie to those she knew, including her parents, and pretended that she attended the university. Instead, she sat in a cafe, taught as a piano instructor, and worked in a restaurant to earn money. In order to maintain the charade, Jennifer told her parents she had won scholarships, later falsely claiming that she had accepted an offer into the pharmacology program at the University of Toronto. She went to the extent of purchasing second-hand textbooks and watching videos related to pharmacology in order to create notebooks full of class notes that she could show her parents. Pan told her parents that she had started working as a volunteer at the hospital for sick children. Han and Bik soon became suspicious when they realized she did not have a hospital ID badge or a uniform. On one occasion, Bik followed her daughter to work and quickly discovered her deception. She was in fact with her boyfriend at the time, Daniel Wong, whom she had met in high school. He was an active drug dealer and also worked at Boston Pizza. Greatly angered by Jennifer's actions, her father wanted to throw Jennifer out of the house, but Bik persuaded him to allow her to stay, as she had not completed high school due to failing calculus. She later took a course she had been pressured by her parents to take and eventually began working to finish high school completely, and was later encouraged by her parents to apply to university. Although she was forbidden to contact Wong and finish all ties with him due to his parents being from different ethnic backgrounds. She was only allowed to go for a piano teaching job. Nevertheless, she and Wong spoke secretly during this period. By the time Jennifer was 24, Daniel had grown tired of trying to pursue a relationship with her due to the restrictions imposed by Jennifer's parents. After he broke it off with her, he started dating someone else. On November 8, 2010, 3 men forced their way into the family home and shot the married couple. The couple was roused from their sleep and forced to move to the basement, where Pick sustained 2 gunshot wounds to the head at point-blank range, while Han was shot in the face and shoulder. They later tied Jennifer up to the staircase. Pick died of her injuries, but Han managed to make his way upstairs before losing consciousness. Fortunately, Han later survived the attack. Sometime later, Jennifer managed to call the authorities and tried explaining them what had transpired.
What's your name?
My name is Jennifer.
Someone just broke in?
Someone broke in and I heard shots like pops. I don't know what's happening. I'm tied upstairs.
Does it sound like gunshots?
I don't know what gunshot sounds like. I just heard a pop.
Once the investigation took place, to the shock of everyone, phone records and messages quickly tied Jennifer to the attack, and soon Jennifer confessed to the police that she'd staged the whole attack. The 3 men were later identified as Linford Crawford, also known as Homeboy, David, and Eric Cart. Jennifer had hired them to get rid of her parents. Authorities believed Jennifer had her parents killed because she stood to inherit $500,000 and because her parents forbid her from seeing Daniel Wong, and once she would receive the amount is when she was going to pay all 3 men. She promised Homeboy $10,000 once the job was done. Once the trial began, prosecutors stated that Jennifer and Daniel eventually reached out to Crawford, who reached out to David, who reached out to Carty. The couple had devised the murder for hire in hopes of inheriting the life insurance money and living happily ever after. Jennifer reportedly had left the door unlocked the night of the murder, so Crawford, David, and Carty could enter the home. Carty allegedly tied Jennifer to a staircase with a shoelace, while David and Crawford took the parents downstairs and covered their heads with blankets before the shooting. In late 2014, Jennifer, Wong, Crawford, and David were found guilty of first-degree murder and attempted murder. They were all sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years. In December 2015, Carty received an 18-year sentence after pleading guilty to conspiring to commit murder with eligibility of parole after 9 years. In May 2023, the Court of Appeal for Ontario granted an appeal by Pan and her 3 co-conspirators on the first-degree murder charge and ordered a new trial. It ruled that the trial judge had incorrectly instructed the jury to only consider 2 scenarios that would justify a first-degree murder charge, instead of allowing them to consider scenarios that would lead to second-degree murder and manslaughter charges. The court also upheld the convictions for attempted murder for Jennifer's father. Now it is yet to be seen what happens in this case. As of now, they are all serving time for the crimes that they've committed. It is truly sickening to see that the people that brought you into this world and wanted nothing more than the best for their daughter were the ones she wanted to eliminate from her life. Now, were her parents strict with her? Absolutely. No question about it. But that is no excuse to have them killed. It is truly sickening to see the lengths some people go to just for some self-gain. Well folks, that was the end of the case file. Hope you did find the video interesting. If you've made it this far, I would genuinely appreciate it if you would give this video a like, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, as it would really help me. Until next time, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and please be safe. Peace.